Our next guest has coordinated beautiful and unique exhibits here at Lehman, the Lehman Art Gallery. And with us now is Susan Hoeltzel, who is the gallery's director. Welcome to the program. It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much.
Tell us about the gallery. Tell us about what it is that people should go see there.
The gallery is a very exciting venue for contemporary art, and that contemporary art ranges from group shows with themes that include, very often, well-known artists with emerging artists. Sometimes we focus on the Bronx community, and the exhibits are related to that. A couple of years ago we did an exhibition featuring the artists whose works are now installed in the 2, the 4, and the 5 line through the MTA arts program.
Subways.
Subways.
Okay.
And actually people who ride those trains have probably noticed over the past year a number of new beautiful stained glass windows have gone into those stations to create a little bit of art. There are 27 new artist projects going into those stations.
And that started here.
Well, it's happening all over the city, but we focus on the Bronx. Actually, one of the big projects of the gallery has been for a number of years to focus on public art. When I first came here, which actually was not a few years ago, 22 I think, I noticed there was really extraordinary art in the Bronx that no one really noticed. I mean, the Ben Shahn murals in the post office on the Grand Concourse. There were many projects going into new schools and hospitals and fire stations. Anything that's built on the public land in the city comes with % for art money. So major artists were producing art in the Bronx. And so we got an NEA and an NEH grant to research this and put it up on a website. So, and we're actually starting a new project right now because we also happened to notice at the same time we were doing this other research, major architects over the last couple hundred years have worked in the Bronx. I mean, everybody from Stanford White to Raphael Vignoli, whose buildings, there's 2 courthouses and actually our gym on the campus here.
So you're documenting all this?
We're documenting it, we're putting it up on the website, but we're doing something else in both instances that I think is really important because education from the beginning has been a part of our mission. Not only do we put on wonderful, interesting contemporary art, we want to teach with it. And so all of these websites have teacher materials on the website. So if you go to the public art website, you can find out about the public art in your neighborhood, learn about the artist. We have a section called Bronx Neighborhoods, which is a history of about 36 different neighborhoods in the Bronx, their history and what they're known for. And we have walking tours. But
sounds like you're much more than an art gallery.
Oh, we hope so. Yeah. I also grew up someplace else, but loved the Bronx and the idea of promoting this community, which 20 years ago, a lot of this artwork was under-recognized, and the Bronx itself was under-recognized. So part of our mission is not only to bring wonderful art here, but really to promote this borough because there are extraordinary things here. Okay,
let me talk a little bit about the gallery itself.
Okay.
Because we do want to know about the art that's at the gallery.
Yes.
And what if, for example, what is currently being exhibited?
We've just finished a big show called Sugar Buzz, and I think we have some images of it.
For those of us who are addicted to sugar, is that what?
Yes. We do very serious themes, but I thought, it would be interesting to put together an exhibit that focused on artists who were either depicting sweets or, in some instances, using these as materials to make art. We actually had a very minimalist installation that was made out of crystals of sugar.
And I understand we're looking at some of that art right now.
Yes, this is the installation, and this is kind of an overview of the installation. There's a piece in the middle that you see that has donuts. This pipe is actually made of licorice. It was about 7 feet long and 4 feet. It's made of licorice, and the large column you see in the back was 23 feet tall, and it's made out of 8,000 candy wrappers.
Wow.
So contemporary artists are thinking about using materials in very different ways. And actually on the back wall that you probably can't distinguish from this image is an artist from Montreal who does installations by taking the outside of a building, adding columns and decorative details, 2-story, 3-story buildings out of icing, the same kind of icing cake decorators use.
Wow.
So some of the art in this instance was humorous and quirky and interesting, and actually we set some records of our records with the number of school groups that come, which is another piece of our
Attendance
mission.
records.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And we have many, many school children from the Bronx who come to our exhibits. And for many years, we've done single visits, you know, so you can come and learn about the artists, and we do a related hands-on project, so you can actually go to the studio and try out some of those ideas in materials. But we also do programs that are longer term with schools, and connected to our public art projects, we have an ongoing project where teachers sign up, they come for 5 or 6 sessions, their students make mosaics. So they work on developing the imagery, they put together this mosaic, and it goes into their school as a permanent artwork.
Do you ever exhibit the work of Lehman students?
Not primarily. At the end of the year, we do an art department show of the graduating MFA and BFA students, and that's really the only time. Primarily, our mission is to produce major shows that really include well-known, internationally known artists. We're teaching our own students, but we're also providing a venue for the Bronx at large, and like everyone else's programs, the surrounding tri-state area.
And it's a beautiful gallery for those who haven't been here. I mean, you should really check it out. It's really a beautiful space that you have.
Yeah, and we for the last exhibit got a really nice review in the New York Times in the main art section, the Friday
Sugar
review
Bus
section.
got a great review. Okay.
Yeah, and so the visibility extends beyond the borough, but we're very, very interested in working with schools and drawing people into the gallery by doing things that will hopefully interest them. We have a couple of exhibits coming up in the fall. One connected with the MTA project from the previous couple of years, focusing on one of the artists who has done an installation in one of the subways. Actually, that installation is very interesting too. The stained glass is about Bronx writers, and it features 4 different Bronx writers. And in the gallery, as part of the MTA show, we had the drawings for the sequence she did focusing on Edgar Allan Poe. But we'll have a large gallery full of her work so people can get a sense of the other kind of work she does. And in the smaller gallery, we have 2 galleries, there'll be a large collage show. And it'll be exploring the ways artists are working with collage.
You were here, you heard some of my other guests talking about all the different things that are going on at Lehman.
Yes.
Give me your impression about what's happening here. Is Lehman really thriving as a cultural center?
Oh, I think it has. And one of the things I have always thought is that this campus, with its performing arts center, with its theaters, with its actually now is computer graphics and programs like the one that you're a part of here, as well as the art gallery, really is an art center for students who are particularly interested in learning about the arts. This is really an incredible resource. And so yes, I've seen that evolve over time, and I think the programs are getting stronger and they're more diverse than they were ever. So they're all thriving, I think.
I was at a reception at the gallery not too long ago, where some of the students from the theater department were performing at the gallery, and it was amazing. It was like the combination of the two forms of art. You know, I was very impressed.
Yeah, we work with the dance department. People have used that kind of. We have a round space in the middle that is very interesting. It's a building designed by Marcel Breuer, who's a very well-known architect.
We're almost out of time, but you have to give us a website.
Yes, absolutely.
How do we go to the art gallery and find out more information?
It's www.lehman.edu/gallery. And also you can find the public art projects on the site. Past catalogs from exhibitions are posted there, as well as the upcoming exhibits for the fall.
Repeat the website again.
It's www.lehman.edu/gallery.
Pleasure having you on the show. Thank you
for
being
so
with
much.
us. Good luck with the gallery.
Thank you.
I hope more and more people come by and see the exhibits.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be right back with our producers roundtable. Watch this.
It's not the typical music you hear on radio.
Make you feel like dancing, enjoying.
It's an important part of my life.
And in music terms, this is the soul of our people.
This is the real roots of the island nation called Puerto Rico.
It's our music, and music unites.